For millions of Americans, the memories of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and the nonviolent message he preached to confront injustice are still vivid and deeply personal. Appearing on VOA's Plugged In with Greta Van Susteren, Secretary of Housing and Urban Development Ben Carson and political strategist Donna Brazile recalled King's impact on their lives, especially as young African Americans facing overt racism.
I'll never forget the time in the 8th grade when they were giving out the awards for the most outstanding academic performance, and I was the only black student, and I got the award. And one of the teachers got up in front of the assembly and basically chastised the white kids. You can't let a black kid be number one. What's wrong with you?
That was a culture in which African Americans or blacks were told they had to do certain things. I went to all black schools until integration came in the 1970s.
Both Brazile and Carson say King was a magnetic leader whose intellectual scope matched his passion for peace.
He studied the various empires of the world and looked at various leaders, and he was an eclectic. He took what was good from each one, amalgamated that into a very clever, a very brilliant strategy for achieving things through peace.
His dream encompassed so much more than just the American dream. It was the belief that one day our country could live up to his ideals, a dream that we could be treated as equal citizens.
So what might be King's attitude about the current political climate, globally and domestically?
Dr. King would still be telling us that we have to fight poverty and injustice in American society, and he would also call attention to war, not just between the United States and other nations, but Dr. King would call for an end of violence throughout the United States and all over the world.
I think he would be disappointed that there's a lot of identity politics going on. You know, he was saying, I long for the day when people are judged by the content of their character rather than by their external appearance. And yet, what do we have today? This group versus this group.
Carson adds that if King were alive today, his might be the one voice which could offset such divisiveness through his lifelong message of inclusiveness. Robert Raffaele, VOA News, Washington.